Now that you've created your very first Instagram account, it's time to log in, and I'm going to walk you through all the different options and app settings. Before we do this, I just want to make sure that you've gotten the email from Instagram and that you verified your account. Log into the email address that you've used to register your account and click through on the email that Instagram sent you to verify your account. Once you've done this, open up Instagram and let me walk you through all the different options. So here's your Instagram account. Well, here's mine, and it's kind of a work in progress. I'm going to walk you through all the different profile settings first. So click on Edit Your Profile. Now I'm going to delete a couple fields here just so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This first field says name, and as you can see, mine said Wolf Millionaire Inc. So when I bring you back to my account without saving that, that name is actually this bolded Wolf Millionaire Inc. Now, the little trick with this is you can put your company name in here, or your product name, or your own name, whatever you want, but Instagram's also going to use this field, this name field, to include you in on any searches that are done. So say you had a Ferrari fan page and you put in Ferrari fan page. If a user on Instagram is going to search Ferrari, your page is going to come up in the search results. So it's a good way to piggyback onto brands or brand names that you want to associate your page with. And you can test these weekly if you want to see what's going to give you more traction. Next up, we have this field here, which is our username field. And again, you can change your username at any given time, as many times as you want. I don't suggest you do this very frequently, but it does give you the option if you want to change your name. I will go into more detail about usernames and bios and the profile pictures in a next episode, but right now I just want to walk you through the different fields. Again, anytime that you change this name, this little icon will either turn green if it's available or red if somebody has already taken it. So feel free to experiment and see what's available and what you like. This field here, this field is the website or URL field. And again, if I don't save and I just X out, that field is right here. This is the only clickable URL that Instagram allows you to have on Instagram. So it's kind of a very worthwhile URL to make sure that you're directing your traffic or your followers to whatever specific page you want, whether it's your business website, your personal website, a shopping page that is curated with products that you sell, an affiliate link that you make money off of, anything. And I'll also go into more detail into the next episode how to make this nice and clean by using bit.ly links. Next up, we have this large area here, which is the bio. And if I delete all this again, you will see that it just says bio. It's also worth to note that up here, the name field, you have 30 characters to say what you want to say, so don't stuff it full of keywords that you're trying to rank for or piggyback on, because it's just not going to look good. Use one or two that fit with your page. Same with your bio. You have 150 characters to use. Instagram will let you know how long your bio is when you put stuff in there, and highly suggest that you keep it very simple, very succinct, very directed at what your page is about. Whether it's a personal page, a business page, a product page, a fan page. Keep it clean, keep it simple. Tell your users what they're going to get out of following you. You can list an email address here, not the one that you set up your Instagram account with, but another one. And again, if we link out, you'll see I've included Anthony at Wolf Millionaire. Now that's not the email that I use to register the account, but that's the email that I want people to use when they reach me. So if you really have to, go create a second email account, just like we did to register your account. Just make sure it's a lot different than the email address that you used to create this account. Outside of that, I will go into a lot more detail to discuss what a good bio is, what a poor bio, or a bio that could use some work in the next episode. But for right now, I just kind of want to walk you through all the different settings. Down here under private information, you'll see this is the email address that I used to register the account, which, yes, all you guys can see, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Hack away if you can. Add phone number. Again, this is something that I highly suggest because it's also another level of security for you. If your account happens to get hacked or taken over, you can do a SMS reset on Android. For some reason, you can't do it on iOS. I don't know why, but it gives you one more level of support if you get hacked, because you can do a username or email reset or an SMS reset. And the next page I'll show you, if you haven't already done so, to link your Instagram profile to your Facebook page. Down here, this is asking you to tell them if you're male or female, which I'm not going to give Instagram the pleasure of doing. So this is it. This is what you have for your edit profile. Now, the other area where you have the ability to make some changes is the settings. So click on these three little dots up here, and you'll see we're now at the options page. And again, if you haven't already done so, you have the option to find Facebook friends. This is if you've connected your Facebook account, which again, I highly recommend. You can find your contacts, which means Instagram will look through your contacts and see if there's any contacts that you have that are on Instagram, and then ask you if you want to follow them. You can invite friends, and then we have accounts options, which edit profile. If you click that, it's the exact same thing that we saw. Again, it's the same button as edit your profile from your profile page. Let's go back into here. Now we also have the option to change password, and again, you're going to need your current password and your new password entered in twice to make sure you get it right. If you're going to change your password again, make sure you change it to something you've never used before. Something strong, something unique, something is not even remotely close to your page, and write it down. Don't store this digitally anywhere on your computer. See here, forgot password, reset using Facebook. Again, this is if you want to change your password but you don't know what it is. If you've connected your Facebook account, again, gives you one more level of support. So you can also reset your password using Facebook. Back to the options page. We've got posts you've liked. And again, this is kind of a handy little feature that I really use because I don't like that many photos online, but the ones I do, in a week or a month or a year, and I remember liking something, I can go through this history of posts of photos that I've liked to get to the content that I'm looking for. Here we have private account, and as you can see, I've set it to private account just because this is what I do every time I create a new account. I put it on private, and then I kind of play with, again, the name field, the username, the bio, the website, until I've got it to the point where I'm ready to release it to the world, and then I'll take it off private. And just to show you, when I go to take it off private, it asks me, anyone will be able to see your photos and videos on Instagram. You will no longer need to approve followers. Okay, cool. And then again, you can put it back on private. And what you see is, so this little guy right down here, this is the guy that always brings you back to your profile. The next one here with the little heart and the bubble is your activity or notification setting. And again, because I have my account on private, you'll see that I have 259 people now wanting to follow Wolf Millionaire. And I have the ability to approve or ignore these requests. So if you click on them, you're presented with a check mark or an X. If I hit X, that person will be denied. If I hit the check mark, they'll be able to follow me. I really like the privacy setting because I have a couple accounts where I share photos with family and friends. And this allows me to select who can see family photos, on a selective private level. Back to the options page. So we've gone through those. So now we have settings, and again, linked accounts up top. You'll see this will light up blue if you've connected your Facebook account. It's Twitter, Swarm, Tumblr, Flickr, VKontakte, and Amoeba. Now these are a little bit different than the options that we have in iOS, but it really should make a difference because as Instagram rolls out their updates, everything becomes linear, and the same options that you see on iOS are available on Android. It's kind of helpful to connect any of these that you may have as it allows you to post a photo to Instagram and then quickly, by a quick push of the button, select if you want to post that same photo and same caption to Facebook, to Twitter, to Swarm, to Tumblr, to Flickr, to all of them if you want. Which makes your life a little easier if you're running a digital account that has multiple digital channels. So going back here, we've got the push notifications setting, and now this is the settings that allow all the different kind of notifications that go on in Instagram to come through to your phone. And I highly suggest you leave these on, especially early on, so that you can see who's interacting with your page, who's liking your content, who's commenting, and it'll also give you a sense of what time of the day people are interacting with your content that you've posted, and will allow you to respond in a timely fashion to people who want to leave you comments. When these become too bothersome to you, you can turn likes off, you can turn the comment notification off, but again, that's all going to be up to you over time. Next up, we have cellular data use. Now, for the most of us that live in a city core with a good mobile signal, or at home with a strong Wi-Fi signal, we won't have to touch this. By default, you can see it's set to default. But if for some reason you're traveling or you're in a city where your Instagram experience seems to be slow or lagging, whether it's loading photos slow, loading your news feed slow, you can select this option here that says use less data. And that just means that Instagram will send you less data in your feed, less of it at once, so that you can actually experience Instagram like the rest of the world without it being slow or choppy. Again, we have upload quality, which again is set to normal. If you're finding issues when you upload photos where you get to the edit screen and it comes black or half the photo's black, there's an issue with either your internet connection, whether it's Wi-Fi or the mobile strength of your cell signal. You can select basic and this will get rid of that problem. Here we also have save original photos and save videos after posting. Save original photos is going to save any photo that you post to Instagram in its own Instagram folder on your phone, which I find very useful. These are both enabled by default, so I suggest you leave them on. If you find that your phone fills up too much with photos because you're posting a lot, you can change these at any time. Further down the options list, we've got support. We've got Instagram Help Center, which basically is pretty much all the different settings and options in Instagram that I'm walking you through. But you can read through them if you want some supplementary material. Then we have Report a Problem, and I'm going to go through this in more detail in another episode, but this is where you would click through to report spam or abuse, feedback, or report a problem. And this is actually, these options are also available on every post that you do. So this is at the account level. If someone is, posting, pretending to be you or abusing you through comments, this is where you will report it. And I'll walk through all these different options in another episode. Other than that, we've got the typical about options from Instagram. We've got the ads thing that explains a little about the ads and their process for serving them to you. As you know, Instagram is rolling out more and more ads every week. We've got the Instagram blog, their privacy policy, their terms of service, open source libraries, and then we have clear search history. And if you click that, it's going to ask you, are you sure? This is going to remove any of your search options. So if I click down here, which is the search button, first we get the Discover page, which if you scroll down, it's going to reset this. And it's kind of a nice way to find new photos and new people to follow. It's also got a Discover People thing, which again is kind of similar to what Instagram sent you when you first logged in or when you first created your account. It's going to just curate a bunch of different accounts that it thinks you might find interesting. So back to the option that I was trying to show you here, which was the clear search history. That is going to clear if you click your little search button and then go to search for something. Over time, this list will fill up with a history, just like your web browser does when you visit multiple web pages. So that clear search history allows you to clear this list and to go back to a clean slate, which some people want to do. After a couple months of browsing, it's full of accounts that you no longer want to see in there. It's a nice way to do some house cleaning. And that's it. This is also where you would log out of the account. So again, this is the Android experience, and as you can see, we have the profile button. If you click that, it goes to this profile. This is the notification or activity log. This is to post a photo, which I will go into in another episode. And this here is the search functionality, again, that you can use to search the top, whatever you're searching for, just people, just tags, or just places. And again, I'll walk you through all of this in the next episode. On top of that, we have the little home button. And because I'm not following anybody, I've got find your Facebook friends. Again, Instagram really wants me to follow people so that they can serve me content. So until you start following people, this is what you'll see. Once you do start following people, if you hit the home button, it is going to act as a refresh, so it will always try to pull the latest content that is being posted by the people you follow. And that's it. Stay tuned for the next episode.